and jesianity. The nervous system needs input. It needs feedback. And given feedback within certain spectrums, it is designed to automatically begin making sense of it. On a conventional bicycle, that is so satisfying to some people, riding a conventional bicycle, including a conventional racing bicycle such as I grew up on, because there is constant feedback. And it's very satisfying to have the body being real-time, making sense of that feedback and solving problems automatically with only a little bit of thought. Well, James' theory is that there is so little of that type of feedback on a 1,000-pound payload e-trike micro RV, where even the effect of any thrust by James' legs is disguised by being filtered, and this is not a complaint, being filtered through and diluted by the 8 or 9 parts electrical propulsion compared to the 1 part that his legs supply. So the feedback is diluted by at least that much. And then there's the fact that this is a trike, maybe a recumbent trike, maybe not even a recumbent trike because of the seat arrangement. Not a complaint, just a fact. And in a trike, in a conventional bicycle, you fall off it if you don't align with gravity. And if you do align with gravity, which every cyclist does, every moment, it lines everything else up with gravity. Your feet, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your torso. Automatically, because of the constant, immediate feedback. Intense feedback. Although you might not experience it as intense, you might experience it as subtle, or not even think of it at all. But the feedback is there. Not so on a trike. It's listening to the right with the curvature of the shoulder. It's listening to the left. It's bouncing. Because the thrust of your legs is aligned with gravity. Gravity again makes everything stable. It says, align with me. And if not that, centrifugal force if you're doing a high-speed turn. Not so in a recumbent or a tricycle that is modified recumbent. Gravity is every instant, because of the vagaries of the road, is every instant providing feedback to the body that is totally insane, totally chaotic, has nothing to do with alignment, is totally distracted from the alignment that the body would want to have. Not a complaint. Not a complaint, a fact. The point of all this is, it seems that finally, within the last 3 days, James is becoming a cyclist despite all this. The experience of cycling, the groove of cycling, exerting within a groove rather than spending 90% of energy and attention or more to try and find a groove for the next half stroke, and then the next, and then the next. Not a complaint, a fact. And explained in a video on YouTube yesterday on this site, or day before, is the beginning of the breakthroughs. And the point of all this is, that even in an environment where there is hardly any feedback, and what feedback there is, much or most of it, is contrary to what the body could understand and meaningfully react to. If a mental filter is provided and or constructed, it would always be constructed because it would reside in imagination. Then, as proven by James, the body can be given a groove, a meaningful, satisfying, productive groove. If by luck someone happens on a mental model like that, yahoo. James has proven he can go 8 or 9 years of intensive effort before finding and constructing such a model. How does this relate to jesianity, Jesus' way, his teachings and example in the 4 canonical Gospels? Well, James, as a disciple, that is, a disciplined, devoted student, thousands of hours now, is understanding that regardless of how Jesus thought of it, that's what he did. He experienced that he first, and then others that he cared about, and he cared about all of us, had been taken from hundreds, thousands of years before, taken from a natural environment that was giving us constant, reliable feedback to our nervous system that it was designed to deal with, that we had been removed from by the Roman Empire, by the empire of Judaism as it was practiced, and he constructed, or somehow just intuitively understood, the mental imagery, the mental understanding, the way of imagining life that let him get back into a natural operation in the world, a joyful, abundant, creation aligning, God aligning relationship with the world. And he gave his life to try and share it with us. Now, it is absolutely my experience that Jesus, following Jesus' teachings and example with every amount of my strength for the greedy joy of it, is giving me my life back. The life that I was born to and experienced as a young, overprivileged, divinely protected child by my biological dad. It is giving me that back. And although it took me 8 years to construct that for cycling, it's only taken 3 years following Jesus' words and example, thousands of hours of deep study, pondering. What is he thinking? Why is he doing that? Why did he say that? Who was he? As we do with the boss that can hire and fire us, for example, one of the few people that we listen to in that way. and it's returning me to being a human being. It is reigniting my humanity. It is revitalizing my humanity. It is rehabilitating my humanity.